sucker just right there. Is he in the bottom? Okay, I see him down there. Pup distress it. Here's the deal on this hunt. We come in here. It's a bunch of hollows, hills and hollows, real deep and steep. And we set up on the side of one overlooking the bottom. We could see pretty good. And anyway, Gary Wayne howled on 2-reed pup howler. And actually, you using that 3-reed, ain't you? He actually howled on a 3-reed adult howler. And boy, one answered us just out of sight down there in that bottom, so we figured it was probably a done deal. I don't know, 5 or so minutes later, we was thinking about going into some pup distress or maybe howling at it again, and I heard it in the leaves. Looked down there in the bottom, and sure enough, here that thing, one but a second, Kerry Wayne seen it coming up through there. And when we sat down here, we had the wind blowing just right back up the ridge we sat down on, not down in the bottom, but of course, part of hunting in the hills, you never know what it's going to do. It's bad about swirling, and everything wants to settle in the bottom and stuff like that. And that's probably what happened, because that coyote was coming in. He was actually in gun range, easy gun range. He was probably 60, 70 yards from us, standing there on a little hill, but we didn't get a lot of footage of him before we believe he probably smelled us. The wind was swirling a little bit. Anyway, he took off. I don't guess you can get them all, even though we tried to. But we can go try to get another one somewhere else. God damn, that's too far for that motherfucking buckshot. Fuck, I needed to shoot it right there.
You were blocking me.
Motherfucker. I knew that was pushing it. Alright, here's the deal. This is the second time we've called this coyote in. Me and Kierwayne come in here the other day. He was doing the calling. I was videoing. Sat down, he howled a couple times. This coyote answered us right here across this bottom on the next ridge over, same place that she was today. And so we come back today and we swapped just to give her a different sound. I was going to do the calling, Kierwayne video. We changed our setup a little bit and got in a better spot, better looking spot. The wind was better for us today. I think that's what messed us up the other day because we called the coyote in and it was on up in the morning, wind was swirling. Long story short, coyote winded us before we got enough footage to shoot. We just been wanting to kill Kierwayne, probably could have shot it, but anyway, this morning come in here and sat down like I said in a better spot. I howled a couple times, didn't hear anything, waited a minute or two, howled again on the competition, MFK competition howler, the red latex howler, and didn't hear anything. So I got the pup screamer, swapped over to it, started doing pup distress, and as soon as I went into it, the coyote howled just out of sight on the next ridge, and it wasn't maybe 30 seconds. I think we had the camera on pause when the coyote howled, but probably 30 seconds later, I saw the coyote, and she come on across this little old bottom and started up to us, and I was blocking the camera. Kierwayne couldn't see the coyote when I had the best opportunity for a shot, and she kind of picked us out. Didn't know what we were, but it spooked her enough to make her kind of turn and start skirting us. I went back into a little pup distress, and she started coming up the ridge on around. When I could see her to shoot and had the closest shots, Kierwayne couldn't get her on camera. I was blocking the camera, tree blocking the camera, whatever. This woods filming is always tough. Anyway, she finally gets on them up on top of the ridge where he can see her and I can see her, but the distance is a little greater. She was probably out there about 60 yards, and I've killed them at that range with a 12 gauge before, especially when I was shooting BBs. Shooting buckshot this morning, I knew it was a iffy shot. We wasn't going to get it any closer. She done got a little bit nervous. Went ahead and took the shot, hit the coyote. She took off back down the ridge, and what's great, I don't know if we got it on film or not, but that pup screamer, I hit the pup distress 2 or 3 more times, and it stopped her, even though I'd hit her with the shotgun. It stopped her. She turned around, looked. Her head was behind a tree. All I could see was from about her rib cage back, and I was hoping she was going to turn and give me a better shot because it was still kind of long range. Anyway, she didn't. She took off, run over the ridge. We're going to go look for her. Probably won't find her being hit with the shotgun, but we're going to top this next little ridge and walk down through this bottom just to make sure. But you need to pick you up an MFK pup screamer if you ain't got one. That's just more good footage of how good they work. And I'll run you another little demonstration. I don't know if we got much of it a while ago, but it's MFK pup screamer. You can find it on our website, mfkgamecalls.com. This is what it sounds like. That's usually how I'll start off calling with it. If I don't call something up pretty quick, I'll get a little more aggressive on the call and throw some, almost like it's going to break into a bark, some screeches in there. More like this. You can get as aggressive as you want with it. MFK pup screamer. The howler we used this morning, competition howler, it's the red latex. It's taped in black like all the other calls on the website. This is just an older one that I had taped in red. MFKGameCalls.com. Get you some.